Elisa's second horse in the CCI 3-star. Number 49. This is Donna Biggs Rosemarie Spillane's 8-year-old mare, Lissavorra Quality. Lissavorra Quality, also turned out by Biggs Rosemarie today at groom. Quality is.
So here is B at the Maryland 3-star and going in for the dressage test, and she was feeling really good in the warm-up, and then when we came in she started to feel a little bit insecure. So my plan for her was to kind of get her in by the judge's box and give her a cookie, see if I could keep her focused that way. But she is quite a different mare than from Fifi. And so, and she's 2 years younger as well. So she is 8 years old. So she's still working on a little bit of maturity. So here I'm just trying to keep her focused. I feel her get a little bit nervous because she sees the cross-country jumps. And honestly, sometimes that's hard for our event horses to come in when they see the cross-country jumps next to the dressage arena. So I did my circle before to come in, and again, she feels stronger on the left lead, so I'm going to come in on the left lead. And coming down the center line, she feels pretty good. And going to ask for the down transition to trot. She actually listened to me there, so I was thinking, okay, this is feeling pretty good. Comes in through the corner. And going for our extended trot. Again, it felt pretty good, but it wasn't as good as I had in the warm-up. She felt like she was getting a little tense, and she kind of was leaning a bit on the forehand for that. And what her little trick is when she is nervous, she'll kind of cut off that corner down by K. So I have to be kind of tactful how I ride her. So going in through my shoulder ends, she is very soft kind of through her body. And I have to make sure I stay really focused on staying the same when I ask her for the lateral work. And then going into the walk, she spooked at the cameraman and kind of went against my hand a little bit there. So I thought, uh-oh, I'm going to have to manage this a little bit. And she did halt for me, but you can tell she's a little distracted. And again, I'm trying to keep the lid on it right now. So she's just showing her tenseness. And then this is reflected in the scores a little bit, because I was able to kind of help her out in the trot work as we were going. But in the walk, she's just being a little fidgety, and she has an amazing walk. I've scored a 10 on her walk before, but I tried to just manage today. And then going into the canter transition, you see she kind of popped up a little bit. And now this is an extended canter. And again, I was a little on the conservative side because I had to work pretty hard to kind of get her to come back at K. She kind of blew off my my half halts there. But she's giving me good stuff as I'm going. So I'm going to come across the center line here for a canter walks. She did that one pretty well. Sometimes I have to make sure I stay patient enough that I get the 3 walk steps in the canter walk. And again, she is a very different ride than Fifi. When she is nice and relaxed, I can get her to really sit. She's strong enough to sit on the hind end and really lift up. but when she gets a little tense, she pushes down through her withers. So I lost the canter a little bit, and I asked her to kind of sit, and then we had a little bit of a propping. And honestly, that can be a hard transition for the horses, because you go from canter walk and then you have to do canter to trot. So she's actually pretty good in listening to my aids. And then in the half passes, she's really fun to ride in the half pass because she is quite supple through the rib cage. And just trying to maintain her. You can see how kind of quick she is to move through her body there, and that's where I have to be a little bit more consistent. And now coming into our final movement of the stretch trot. And she's pretty good here. You see she gets a little wiggly. She's always telling me where the end gate is and how to get back home, that's for sure. But down the center line into our final halt. Overall, I was pretty pleased. We had to manage some tension, but you know, she really is a horse for the future, I think. And this is a really good experience for her in this type of atmosphere. And we ended up scoring just behind Fifi with a 34, putting us right in the middle of the pack of a total of 54 horses. So all in all, I was pretty happy with our score, and we aren't too far out of the top 10. So here is B on cross country, and she is my second ride for the day, as I rode Fifi earlier on in the morning. And we are heading towards the Sunken Road complex. And she is feeling really nice and keen. Did the first combination in the arena really great. And she was listening to me really well here. Came back to my half halt and made sure to stay back behind her. She had to really do some good footwork, but she was really brave and bold and jumped that fantastic. And I was really happy to feel that she wasn't worried about the crowd. That was a really nice feeling. She stayed focused. So coming down here to the coffin combination, and it's just super easy. She was just on my fingertips and read it beautifully. It's funny because as I was coming up to that combination, I was like, wow, she's feeling really great and just really humming along well. So coming to this corner combination, I had to really kind of make an adjustment here. I think she thought we were supposed to go past it. So that's why she kind of shook her head a little bit. But the minute she locked onto that corner, there was no doubt she was going to jump it for me. And she's actually, for being such a big girl, she padded in there and did 6 when I did 5 on Fifi. So we had a long way to go. And it was a really big test for her. This is the longest that she will have gone. The optimum time was 9 minutes 33, which the distance was around 5,000 meters, 200 around there. And now this is at the end of the course. And we were a little bit slow on time. I think I was 20 seconds slow, but I was really happy. I felt like I had horse at the end, and you can see here she kind of really takes me to the last jump. And she was just amazing. It felt really easy for her, and I couldn't be more thrilled. We ended up moving up quite a bit because it was a tough cross country, and she was a champ.
Elisa's second horse in this 3-star, number 49, Lissavorra Quality. Lissavorra Quality, owned by Donna Biggs Rosemarie Spillane, and turned out this weekend by groom Biggs Rosemarie. Lissavorra Quality has passed.
The score just keeps improving. Keep your eye on the music in the times.
Now on to show jump, and that was my good friend Lainey Ashker that had just jumped a clean round before me. So gave her a high five for that. That was really awesome. And coming in here with B, she was feeling great. She recovered really well after cross country. And I'm going to come in and salute. And now the course designer was very kind of smart of where he put the first jump. It was kind of in the corner, and I'd already ridden around on Fifi once, so I had a bit of a feel for the course. So I wanted to make sure I had a really good turn to this first jump. We had a little bit of a rub. But you see, B is a real go-getter in the show jump, and sometimes I need to keep her a little bit more together because she can kind of get a little keen and run up underneath the jump a little bit. And I saw the going to the triple bar, so she was really good to kind of add in for that fourth stride. Now, coming down here, she kind of cut in on me, and that just made the distance quite difficult there. And I thought, oh no, we're carrying a pole, but she did recover well. We did end up taking that middle in the triple combination. So then I really had to be like, hey, you got to listen to me, because she tends to like to just take over a little bit. It was really a shame because I feel like if I could have held her out on that turn, we could have had a clean round because she was really jumping fantastic. But I was pretty pleased with her performance, and we finished up 16th for the weekend. And yeah, I was really super thrilled with her. It felt all really easy. So looking forward to her moving up next season. And it was a really, really great weekend.